What's up, everybody? And welcome to another episode of He Said,
She Said.
It's Complicated. All right, y'all. So today we're going to talk about Father's Day. But I want to revisit something that we did in one of our previous episodes when we was talking about Mother's Day. And we was talking about like how much time had elapsed before they created Father's Day in between Mother's Day. Mm-hmm. So I went and did a little Google search. Comes back that actually it was pretty interesting, and I suggest anybody else to do it. It was something I just Google searched it, and then the History Channel little site came up. I want to make sure I give credit to the place where I got it from. So basically, Mother's Day was actually started like pre-Civil War. The American incarnation of it, anyway, started pre-Civil War by a lady named, I believe it was Ann Jarvis. It started just as a day of bringing in mothers to teach them how to be better mothers. That's what it was called. It was like the Working Mothers Club or something like that. So she started that, and then after the Civil War, she also had a world like friendship, a Mother's Friendship Day, where it was actually supposed to reconcile the North and the South after they'd been through the war and things like that. Fast forward, her daughter's born. Or I guess her daughter might have already been there, but you know what I'm saying. Fast forward to the early 1900s, her daughter is now doing it, and Anna Jarvis. Her daughter's, she never got married, she never had kids, but she was a big advocate for Mother's Day and a day of celebrating mothers. So eventually in 1912 or 1914, I believe it was. I got my notes right here. Y'all excuse me. I was trying to just go off, the dome, but my bad. 1914. Okay, so Woodrow Wilson started in 1914. So my beautiful partner here said 10 years later. That's what we was thinking, That we was kind of joking.
A joke.
The answer is 58 years later in 1972 when Richard Nixon was on his re-election campaign. He made it to be the third.
Try to trick the men to vote for him.
He might. I don't know. I thought, they used to call him Tricky Dick.
Oh.
Yes, that was really what they called him.
That's another subject.
Watergate, all that, that one was crazy. Anyway, so 58 years later was whenever we actually made. So from 1914, that was when Mother's Day was established. 1972 was when Father's Day was established as an official holiday. Okay. It's some other good stuff in there, good nuggets, but I'm not gonna get into that. I just wanted to bring it up to revisit that.
Yes, 58 years later. Well,
Father's Day.
Well, today we're going to talk about our fathers and how important they really are, and actually giving them more honor than we do. So we've been talking about how, Father's Day may not be treated as important as Mother's Day, because we feel as mothers we do a lot, we're doing a lot of activity with the kids in the house, for the husband, this, that, and the third. But fathers are important to be in our children's lives and in the house. But we know things happen.
This is how I roll. I got 4. Fathers are very important. I love being a dad. Correct.
That's how he roll.
That's how I roll. And I love my dad when he was here, and I loved your dad when he was here.
Yes.
Both of us have, our fathers have passed away. Great fathers, great men,
Yes.
But on that subject, not always, as your dad being a great father, he was not always portrayed that way.
This is true because he was a little bit different, wild, crazy. My father, he was just very much about his kids, making us feel comfortable and, just a little different. We can hang out, we can, have a drink together, things like that. But
Pops was crazy.
Also knowing that he wasn't the best man or boyfriend or husband. My father was a Rolling Stone, so, but he was a good father. So one of the things we want to talk about, that me and Kareem discussed is just because you're not a great boyfriend or husband to the person you have children with, does that mean you can't be a great father?
Yeah, because it's real quick, and I've been called this myself, and I know it is nothing further from the truth, but I've been called a deadbeat dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? By someone who was, not happy with me. You know what I mean? I don't know if as a husband or as a what. I don't know. I think it's just because I finally just made a decision that I felt like was best for me and my children. And I think the best decision of us not being together was the best. And she would probably say that now in hindsight, but I think that was the best thing for both of our kids at the time for us not to be together, because our conflict was creating bad parenting.
Correct. And see, okay, and that's a good statement. People don't realize that. Like, I also notice a lot of people like to stay together for the children. How do you stay together in a miserable home, upset, angry, even if you're not arguing in front of the kids, even if you keep things separated? Do you not think the children? Exactly. So that's something I talk about even with my friends. Like, I don't believe in that. I'm not staying with you for no kids, because I can't be the best me if I'm angry, miserable, and upset all the time. So that's something to also talk about. Now, taking myself out of it, which I do feel personally, a lot of us ladies do not know how to do that. Just because you're not good for me, don't mean you're not good for your children. You know, so we call men deadbeat dads real quick. And the world believe it. Real quick. Because that's just the staple. That's what we were, kind of conditioned to believe. Because you do see the mother doing a lot, but the father does provide us some type of support, and some type of emotional support to our children. Even if their toughness or their different nature around the children, they need that structure. So it's always important to keep the fathers in their life. Try to limit, bad conversation. I know it's hard. I know. But I also know that it's important.
I had to learn that myself, because I was guilty of it. I was guilty of it.
It's hard.
When I would be around my kids and certain stuff, they might just be telling me something that went on at their mama house, and I'm just like, yo, man, like, I ain't cool with that. That wouldn't be going on if I was there. But the reality is, nigga, you not there.
Facts.
You not there, so you can't control, nothing that goes on there. And again, you give that energy to that, and while you talking negatively about her or giving that negative energy to that's taken away from the positive energy you could be spending with your kids. That you could be giving them that extra love. Because, man, we ain't even worried about what's going on over there. I can't control that. What I can control is the time I got with you right now and what we about to do.
And get this experience from me.
Hey, man, it's like I love Outkast song, Miss Jackson. Everybody know that. Like, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. But one of my favorite verses when Big Boy say, know that everything's cool, and yes, I will be present on the first day of school and graduation. And that's what I love about Father's Day, because it's right around graduation. I was complaining on the Mother's Day episode, like, man, it's in the summer, but I ain't really think about it.
So you guaranteed time.
You guaranteed time. You should, if like what we saying about the whole deadbeat dad and nothing. We ain't putting a broad brush to it. We know it is some ancient nigga, like we know they out there. You know what I'm saying? But it's some ancient mama, like
exactly. We're gonna call them missing moms. Moms. You got deadbeat dads, you got missing moms.
I like that.
The mothers who too busy worrying about what that deadbeat dad is doing to focus on their kids. Or whatever it is, trying to get up, trying to get their life together. It's different things. We sometimes get sidetracked and just not, really looking to what our kids need at the time. Our kids need a healthy person. Bottom line. That's what I, think about. So sometimes you just got to get over it. If you do have a deadbeat dad, in the area of your children, you have other things that I'm thankful. I don't claim my daughter's father to be a deadbeat by no means, but at the times when he was not around, even like now, I have my husband. I also have my stepfather and my father. So she's had great men around her. And one thing I know,
uncle,
facts,
because that's my little boo.
Facts. So she even, she got that experience. So I'm not gonna go around and be like, oh, she don't need no daddy in her life. Oh, she don't need no male figure in her life. No, she need that strength. She need to see how men are supposed to act. And the same difference why we should not keep our children away from their fathers, and we should honor fathers, even if you don't honor the father of your child.
You're right. Because we hope that most of you had, good fathers yourself. You know what I mean? And again, even if you didn't, like, I got a friend, her dad really wasn't, I believe, in fact, when she was born, I believe he was locked up. And, he had a little struggle with an addiction thing, which is, another thing, especially children, or people around our age. A lot of our parents, they did have to go through stuff like, the drugs and, like they infiltrated, what I mean? Like,
80s and 70s.
Yeah, the 70s and 80s, 60s, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They was on the street, you know what I mean? Whether you talking about American Gangster or any gangster movie, whether, you know, they all got drugs and the influence, and, you know what I mean? So it was a lot of things that was, you know, put in the way of some successful relationships, parenting. So we do get some stuff, but at the same time, for the ones who made it through the struggle, you know, and were able to be those dads, like Ski, like, y'all don't even know, like, her dad, man, we could do a whole segment literally just on her dad, because he was that wild of a cat.
Even from the point where you never met him and he heard you in the background.
Yes.
Who that?
Who that?
Who is that?
Who that?
Like, was ready to fight him through the phone.
He really,
because that protector mode.
He liked my wife.
He liked everybody.
He liked everybody. Any female he came in the car, like, this dude was so wild. He was a Rolling Stone. I loved your dad. But he was like, who is him? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm on the phone now. I got on the phone. I'm talking with him. You know what I'm saying? And we had a good conversation. By the time at the end of my conversation, he get back on the phone with, oh, I like that nigga. He cool. You know, so he was a real dude.
Don't slip up.
Right.
He take your girl.
Out. Facts. And he would have tried, because he was that wild of a cat.
Facts.
But I love that dude though. But yeah, you know, Father's Day is on. You know, it's a special time for me too. You know, my dad. What I appreciate about Father's Day is, what I think we need to talk about with Father's Day is the changes that people go through when they become parents, when his mothers are fathers.
Yes.
Like, when I hear stories about my father, I be like, that is not the dude I grew up with. Like, I'm the baby of 3, so by the time I came along, I know he was really chilled out, right? He had really kind of calmed down his ways and everything. But like, him, my uncles talk, they be like, man,
he wild boy.
My dad from Newark, Hayes Homes, you know what I'm saying? The projects, like, he didn't play that. He was real. And I knew he was real because I seen my older brother try him, and that was not successful. I never tried my dad because I just didn't want that stat. I didn't want none of that smoke, you know what I mean? But, you know, it's...
we was different. I ain't tried my daddy, but I had a mouth.
Yeah. Nah.
Because how the dad gonna be with the girl, you know, it's different.
And then you was the oldest too.
Yeah.
So you was also the one, you know.
Let's test these waters.
Right. My that's my brother did. He was the oldest. I guess he had a test. Like my dad ain't that much older than me. You know, I'm young, he young, you know, let me see what he gonna do.
I was 17,
Yeah.
When he had me. But yeah, so all that to say is, you know, we want to start kind of, you know, getting excited about Father's Day.
Right.
Now, some people probably already are. I just know around this time, we're going to see a lot of females with that. It's my day. I'm a father too, because I do this, I do that, you know. But let's go ahead and acknowledge those men who do play a father in, you know, in your children's life or in your life, you know. Because even for me, I'm not just going to say, okay, yeah, happy Father's Day to my dad. I know my stepfather's been there for me. You know, I've had my uncles been there for me, you know, so all of them deserve a little bit of recognition, you know, just like we honor aunts, you know, and grandmothers and things of that nature. You know, it's a lot to be said about a father and a man in your life who really care about you. Yeah. You know, and I don't care what anyone say, we need them just as much as we need mothers.
I mean, man, they're huge. Like, you know, I make sure I call my uncles, you know, especially since my father's not here, but, you know, I hit on my cousins who are fathers, you know what I mean? Like, and I know and that would be crazy, like you say at the beginning, like the deadbeat dad. Like, I know so many good dads. Like, I know plenty of dudes that's not with they baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know plenty of dudes, but most all of them are all good dad shoes. So one of my best friends, he got custody of his boys. He got twins, and he, you know, he doing that thing. That's my boy. You know what I mean? And I love seeing that. Another one of my homeboys, he was at 2 graduations. He went to 2. He was like, and he took a picture with both his sons, and I'm like, yo, my boy, he was going to get it back then. You know what I'm saying?
That was at 2
different schools at the same time. 2 different schools. You know what I'm saying? 2 boys. I'm
like, get talked about.
You know, I kind of remember back in the day too. So yeah, it was a little static. You know what I mean? But I mean, again, we're not perfect. We're imperfect people anyway. You know what I mean? But that's why I say, like you was saying, but the being together for the kids, like, you know,
necessary all the time.
It's not.
I'm going to determine if I really want to be with you to be with you. Do I love you? Do I want to be with you? Am I comfortable with you? Do I think we can make this work? Because when them kids is grown, I still got to look at you. And I still have to deal with you. Like I tell my husband, I'll be like, I love you all day. But do I like you? I gotta like you. I want to hang with you and chill with you, you know. And sometimes the person you have children with, you realize at some point, nah, I don't like you.
That's evolution, though.
But that don't mean
think about how children changes things, because you were raised a certain way, and then he's raised a certain way. Mm-hmm. So then you have a kid together. So now you got to, you know what I mean. And then especially if you ain't married, like, man, yo, R. Kelly messed the game up in a lot of ways, but we just talking about the half on the baby part.
Okay.
Because really though, like, and when I was young, I used to sing, you know what I'm saying? It was, it was nice saying, but it really got dudes thinking like that. Let's go half on the baby. You an idiot. Yes. And you don't go half on no baby. Ain't no baby. Man, look here. First of all, every man know it ain't never half. It's always gonna do about 80%, 20%. And you know who gonna carry the 80, so even if you go downtown, be like, listen, I want to take child support out on myself. I want to be proactive. They be like, oh, well, thank you.
No
well, come on in.
All that,
you know what? Now we're gonna do this worksheet, and we probably figure you probably got a little bit. So we're gonna go here. That's your number right there. You think you can make that?
That's also because it's portrayed that we just do a lot as mothers, so we need to be compensated as such. But now, I don't believe in just because I had a child by you and we're not together, you're supposed to take care of me.
I'm not taking care
I do not believe in that. I kind of hate that. You know what I'm saying? Take care of me. No. If it's something for the kids, it's for the kids. Don't call me with no, my Duke Power need to be paid, my electric bill need to be paid. And then he say, no, it's, you gonna let your child live in the dark? No, my child can come over here.
Right over here.
Yeah.
You got your own problems.
So that misconception also is, if they're not doing enough for you, then they're not a good father. Mm-hmm. Again, there's plenty of deadbeat dads out there. But I know plenty of stories where some of the good fathers don't get the credit that they do deserve. Mm-hmm. I know women that they work hard. I be like, girl, I'm like, dang, how you deal with that? It's a lot. And if dad is not around and he is putting other people before his kids. But at the end of the day, what I would even tell myself I don't really tell my daughter, but what I've said at the end of the day, let's see who she think when she on that stage.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not a competition. Mm-hmm. It's just more so I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do and I ain't going to worry about you.
Regardless.
That's one thing I didn't do. Whenever her father wanted to come pick her up, I don't care how I can't stand him. You're going to go with your dad. He wants you. Go ahead. Go hang out with him. He love you. He your father. But at the end of the day, even like now, she know who did what. That's why you don't have to talk. You don't have to try to prove yourself.
I'm telling you, I had to get that revelation for myself. I truly did, because, I didn't feel like necessarily I had to pump my chest out to my kids. But they were fed so much negativity that it made me react. You know what I mean? Be like, no way, I do this. Let me tell you about whenever, and it was right, for real. You know what I'm saying? And again, you only have to do that because all those receipts that you would show them, they were right there when you bought it. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Or they got the gift, or they went on the trip, or whatever it is. Like, so you really have to get over that. And man, the world would be such a happier place, y'all. Y'all could really, if y'all would really just, I say y'all, but I really mean me. Yeah, I say y'all, but I really mean me. Like, cause again, we alright, but
yeah, it could be better.
It could be better.
And things could be going so smooth. That's what
I wanted to,
so
y'all.
much knowledge.
I wanted to. I promise y'all. I do. I'm just like at this point, like on some real. And this is what I mean, y'all. And people be thinking it's shady, but sincerity, I mean, even if it was shady, I think you should take it as a thank you. I know I'm not gonna get when we first went together, I used to send the Happy Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? I send Happy Mother's Day text to you because at the end you still the mother of my kids. Like I recognize what it is.
And some people could do that, but
I never got a Happy Father's Day. You know what I'm saying? If anything's been static sometime around and it's just like it's crazy. And now it would be nice if she was even seeing my wife, the kid's stepmom, a Happy Mother's Day. Because I know my wife.
That take a lot of strength.
Yeah, but
I actually got one of those before.
See,
but I felt like it was fake as hell.
But even if it was, no. See, you missing the point. And then I was
like, I guess I gotta say it back.
That's right. You missing the point because it might be fake as hell, and it might start off like that way. But it's communication. We can try and come together. I would love to send my kid's stepfather a Happy Father's Day text because I have no problem with it. You know what I'm saying? I honestly don't. And he is their stepfather. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like I could, man, that nigga don't. No, he does. He is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In the same way it should be with mine. But
yeah, but people don't get over their feelings and emotions. So that's a higher level.
They got me to the bottom of the glass this time. Talking about this.
Look, I think I drank the most. Y'all go back into the previous recordings and see how my glass look.
Right. Yeah, I ain't gonna even refill on y'all. I'll wait till we done.
Hey, okay.
But yeah, like Father's Day, y'all, it's a awesome celebration, just like Mother's Day. Give people their flowers while they can smell them. Your cousins, your uncles, your friends, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, go ham on Father's Day just like you go ham on Mother's Day, because they're both, extremely important. They're both well represented and well respected, despite what, news or media or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Even in your own community sometimes, you might hear a whole lot of negativity, but it's not like that everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And social media, they trying. I see some things. I see little ads now. Father's Day t-shirts are good fathers are real and stuff like that. So there's some things out there now that's trying to combat that. But shoot, it's almost like racism. I don't think it's gonna go nowhere.
Oh no, it ain't going nowhere. It's always gonna. Because it's always gonna be
a deadbeat.
You know what, y'all?
Make it bad for everybody.
Let me just say this: hurt people.
Okay.
I just want to put that out there because, real talk. The generational curses and things, like I was saying, we are children of, like, some of us some of us have, I won't say reasons or excuses or whatnot, but there are things that happen in your life that you could use as a crutch to make you be a deadbeat or a missing mom.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, or a bad wife or a bad husband, or it's all kinds of things that we can always point to.
Yeah. And sometimes, so something I thought about too is sometimes the animosity between the two just make you not want to deal with them. So some men, and I don't really like this trait, but be like, man, fuck it. She getting on my nerves. I can't deal with her. And they will do without their kids. And I feel like that's bad. I feel like you go through the storm. You do what you got to do. Because at the end of the day, it's going to benefit you and your child, especially. When we're grown, we're good. You got a whole emotional, seed that you're growing. And you gave up because that child's mother was, not over it yet. Like, there's ways to deal with it. So
fight. All you men who can't, who are in situations that you feel like you can't, listen, fight. I don't care what you got, courts, do whatever you got to do.
More rights than
you might have to really spend some money on a lawyer. Like, I was close. I was real close to spending a whole lot of money on a lawyer, but I didn't go that route, and I still didn't get quite what I wanted, but it was still slightly favorable. I got more. I got more than what I had, and it's consistent. You know what I mean?
So
and it's paperwork. It's there, so it has to kind of be abided by. You know what I'm saying? Where it can't be when you mad at me for whatever reason, you can switch up whatever.
Mummy up my kids.
Right. So
they can get
fight. I know dudes would be like, man, I just pay child support. Nah, bro.
Just go.
Nah, you got to do more than that. You more than money. You more than the check.
Exactly.
You way more than the check. Like, the money, man, even if you didn't give any child support whatsoever and just was teaching your kids, you know what I mean? Just doing all you could,
I was about to say that. That's what I'm saying. Like, they don't understand the money, especially when they're growing up.
They definitely don't understand the money.
All they know is who was here.
Emotional banking.
Who was here, who was not. Good job.
You like that? You like that emotional banking?
He over here trying to be knowledgeable.
I am. I'm trying, y'all. Hurt people. That was a special announcement, though, for real. All right. Okay. So yeah, y'all.
Get in on these comments.
Please like, share. Y'all know what it is. We got empty glasses, so it ain't even no need to toast. But he said.
She said.
It's complicated.
Good night.